This is Virtue here from NoDQ.com, and I am being joined by Big Vito Grasso, and we have a very special public service announcement for the NoDQ forums page today. So with that said, Vito, the floor is yours. We're going to basically treat this like we would any one of our NoDQ review shows, but it's just you and I because we have a lot to get off our chest. So take it, my man. This is all you because you have been the spotlight of attention as the 3-time Troll of the Month.
I'd like to say good evening to everybody, and I hope everybody's doing good tonight. This is a public service announcement for all the NoDQ people. Whether we do the panel review or in the chat room, wherever we go, we're all part of a team. We're all part of an elite group, something that's growing, something that Aaron Riff put together along with David and a few others who I don't know specifically, so I'm not trying to leave anybody out. I just know who I know. And there's been a lot of going back and forth in the panel and a lot of stuff happening. And the reason that we're having this public service announcement or this emergency broadcast is just to let everybody know that, you know, guys, you could troll and we have a good time and we're not looking to persecute anybody and it's like all in good fun here. But when you start to attack people's family, their wives, you know, their kids, you want to post mug shots, you want to put their police record up, you want to get into people's life, you want to put up stuff that's disgusting. When this group that you guys have, now I'm a newcomer just like a lot of people here, but I also work for these guys and I have the utmost respect for them and the group. I don't know if you guys realize, but I do podcasts, you know, with Vince Russo, and I do this Super Ugly show. I do this one. I do a few other things. And on each thing I go on each podcast, I always put over the group, put over what we're doing, what we're about. I always say it's a good group of guys. We have a good time, and everybody, you know, is enjoying each other, you know. You know, it seems like people, like they take this so seriously, and they get so butthurt over what's put out there and who's in charge and what's going on and why'd you say this and why'd you say that. Guys, this is for fun. This is for enjoyment. This is not real life. Guys, this is your entertainment. Well, we call you fanboys. Guys are living in your basement with your moms. Your moms are going on VIP parties, talk about contracts. You guys make these posts on, you know, who should who should have broke the Undertaker streak. Who should do this? Who should do that? And that's all well and good. Some of you come up with some creative stuff, and you know, some of you is as dumb as a stump. I can't believe some of the stuff I read, but hey, it's a group. Everybody's got their opinion, which is cool. But guys, I got to tell you, you know, the last few days, a lot of things have gotten out of hand, and a lot of the insulting of people. And you know what, guys? You know it's sad when you think you're big, bad, and tough behind like a keyboard, and you want to sit there and you want to insult people. But you know, I had another incident on another podcast where somebody, you know, insulted my wife. You know, and I defended my wife, and I don't, you know, I'm pretty even keel. I'm pretty, you know, low key. You know, I have a good time. But when you cross that line, you want to say something about somebody. You want to mock my wife because she had a stroke. You want to say something because she's blind. You want to make fun of her because she's in a walker in a wheelchair. I don't wish that on nobody. It was a year ago today that my wife had a stroke. And from where she was to where she is now, she almost died. And for her to be up and doing her own podcast and having her own show and doing the Teen Mom, you know, thing, you know, with Vince Russo and podcast, that's a big accomplishment for her. I mean, when she first got to have the stroke, I mean, I was hand feeding her salad, hand feeding her chicken. How I take care of her. I still take care of her, you know. And we haven't had it easy, but I only started this project with this group and being into the podcast business, we could help my wife's rehabilitation. And what people don't realize that this is a real life thing for us where we're trying to rehabilitate her and to get her out there and do stuff. But when you want to low blow and you want to get on your computer, you want to insult me, insult my wife, insult people, this ain't a ploy for pity. You know, you guys are human beings, you know, and like you don't take anything for granted. You don't take anything so serious. But when you want to attack people, that's not cool. And this is not what this group is about. You guys have about 40,000 people in here, right, Virtue?
That's
40,000 in the
And you know what, Vito?
40,000.
I want to play devil's advocate here because I'm going to throw some names out. We have Jay Smith, we have Brett Nichols. There was a couple mods, Gary McFly, Ram, and John Dowell. No, I want to play devil's advocate because they'll come back saying, well, do you, Vito, or anybody else for that matter, when you can come on here and talk about our moms. Now, I've since explained to everybody that's a generalization on anyone in particular. And let's be honest, they should be privileged to have a former wrestler interacting with fans because you just don't see that. So I wanted to play devil's advocate and throw that out there, Vito, about the mom thing, because that's what they get bent out of shape about. They feel like you get more privilege than them.
Guys, if I'm talking about moms and we're talking about having you getting that offended, now I'm gonna play devil's advocate too. If your mom is missing after 9 p.m. after she feeds you your bagel bites, I and you don't know where she is and she doesn't answer a phone, her cell phone. I mean, I don't know. If you don't know where your mom is, it's 11 p.m. Do you know where your mom is? Do you know where party she is? If she's not home in the morning by 9 o'clock when you want your pancakes and your cereal, it's not my fault. But if you're taking it that seriously, guys, this is all done in play. And it's all done for a joke and to have a good time. And if you want to throw a mom joke, hey, listen, I lost my mom when I'm 19. You know what I mean? I don't take nothing serious. Hey, Vito, your mom is this or your mom. That's good. And if people like with all my friends, I'll even give you one better, guys. All my friends out there, they all say, yeah, Vito, I'll take your wife. I say, go ahead. You want my wife? I say, I will give you the keys to the Mustang. I will give you $20 for drinks. I will. Yes, babe?
No.
All right, I'll give you $40 for drinks.
Say what you really mean on this special day.
I'm just giving an example. Now, can you leave my podcast, please?
I'm not on your podcast. Don't talk shit.
I ain't talking shit. Go away, Mom. Go away.
Don't troll me. You don't ever tell moms.
Oh, yeah. Go away. All right? Go to a party or something.
We'll never see a public service announcement like this on NBC. Only right here on NoDQ.com. Go ahead.
Yeah, but when guys make fun, that we go back and forth, and you talk about grown men, and it's all done in fun. Hey, go ahead and do this. Go ahead. But when you attack my wife and you say nasty things, and you want to exploit her, and you think you're getting under my skin, you're not getting under my skin. You're just being disrespectful. And you know what? You don't represent yourself, you represent the group, because then I can't go out and say, hey, join the group or come on in. And God forbid I ever ask a fellow wrestler to come in this group and come in and get on the show or do something, and you guys attack him or act like idiots or somebody is a jerk to them. You know what, guys? It's impossible. I do it because I enjoy it. I have a good time, playing with you guys. I enjoy the camaraderie, and I add to the conversation and I say things, and not everything is, your mom stuff, but guys, you got to have some continuity. I'm going to tell you one thing I learned in life. Nobody could tell me I didn't, cash in all my chips to be a pro wrestler. And for all the success I had to make a deal with the devil. When you make a deal with the devil, you sacrifice everything in your life. I'm the first one to tell you wrestling is not everything, because when you put all your eggs in one basket for wrestling and then they take them, okay, you could be a wrestler. Now, after that, what do you have after wrestling? It's just like this room. For some of you, this is everything. Guys.
And it's some of the mods. The mods really thought I was trying to overthrow them as being moderators. And the whole new regime, old regime, hey, look, we're just trying to set a precedent where this page, we're at 40,000 people. We don't want to just keep it at 40,000 people. We want it to grow. We want people to come on this page, and then we want to have them talk about wrestling, maybe have some fun and troll a little bit, but within reason. And I think that lately it's got out of hand and lessons needed to be taught.
No, and I got to tell you something, guys. You know what? And when you look at what we do with the no DQ panel review, from the first day I came on and we said, okay, this is going to be the core four for this. And I know you guys had some problems before that. So when I came on here, and if you guys listen to the show, I am as legit as they come, and you want to listen to wrestling on that show, I'm giving you every ounce of knowledge I have. I'm not asking you to make a donation. I ain't charging you. I'm not making a fool out of anybody. I'm not ridiculing any of the other panelists we have. I treat them as equals. Everybody's giving their insight, and it makes for a good listen. So if I'm doing that for you guys, I'm not getting paid for this. I didn't ask to be. I said, hey, you guys look like a bunch of fun. Can I join the group? And they're like, you want to join our group? I said, yeah, I do this Super Ugly show. Another bunch of guys from Long Island. They sit down, they had a podcast, they work with the Russo brand, they do their thing. And I do it every Tuesday night. I do my own Q&A. Virtue has seen it. You know what I mean? He jumps on there once in a while. He says, hey, how you doing? What am I doing? I'm talking about life. Not everything is wrestling. Guys, you got to understand, this is all in fun. And if the group grows and the No DQ panel review show grows. Now, Virtue, what are the stats we have for the ratings? What do we average per week?
Well, right now we're getting close to 3,500 to 4,000 views on the No DQ review show every week with over 100 likes and then, thumbs up. The thumbs down, maybe 8, 9, or 10. There's always going to be people that don't like it. And it seems like each week those numbers are going up a little bit more, and usually within the first 48 hours that it's posted. And that really shows you people are waiting to watch these every week. So, and again, it's a great team. Aaron, Jexy, myself, Vito, different personalities. That's what it's all about. And we do have other great members on No DQ that do other things. The Wrestling Trivia Challenge. There's actually a No DQ panel where we usually turn back the clock. And we like Vito being on here. He brings credibility to No DQ. And the fact that he joined the forums page, kudos to you, Vito. And why don't you explain to everybody, since it's going to be the trolls that are watching this, explain to them what proper trolling is. Now, you don't mind when someone posts a pic of you in the dress. Heck, that was a good gimmick you had because you were undefeated for what, 4 months, 6 months?
4 months, yeah. Guys, you want to post a picture of me in a dress. You want to make fun of my gimmicks. You want to, you want to have some fun with me. Hey, go ahead. I believe me, I've seen some jokes in there, and I got to laugh, and I go, son of a bitch, got me on that one. I'll sit here and I'll laugh because it's funny. But when you want to attack me as a person and you don't know me, or you want to attack my credibility as a wrestler, when you guys wish you can do one show, let alone have a career that has been the grand slam of wrestling companies, where I wrestled for all the companies, all the major companies. I've been on TV for over 25 years. You find me all over your network that you guys pay for. You see DVDs, you see tapes, you see all this stuff. And here it is, a guy who's been from the bottom of the barrel, and I'll say it, as a job guy back in 1991, to make it to the top of the mountain, being a world champion, being in there with the best in the world. Guys, come up with some questions. Guys, ask something. You want to put up the dress thing and have fun? Hey, hey, good. Hey, my mom had that joke. You want to ask some real life wrestling questions? That's cool too. But guys, keep it respectful. Don't curse nobody. Don't go at nobody. And it's not a curse thing. You know what I mean? It's a fun thing. If you have fun and get creative, I mean, there could be something like, creative troll of the month, where maybe Virtue will say, okay, we won't have troll of the month no more. Vito won that one. We're going to have a new contest. How about creative troll of the month? Let's see who could be the most creative guy in the group and come up with the best stuff and put it up there. Fun stuff, funny stuff, intriguing stuff. Let's see how your mind works. The trolling thing, hey, I won it 3 months in a row. That's cool. I'm fine. I'm ready to pass the torch. Let's start a new contest. Let's give everybody a chance to really get down and join and be part of the group. For the mods who were there, and this, I was here before you, everybody is in the same team and everybody's together. It's not about who's who. But the one thing I will say, if a guy suspends somebody and, deletes somebody from the group, you all have to respect that person's opinion and leave the guy deleted and out. That's one thing. If you guys are going to be a mod team together, stick with the mod team. And, if you inbox them and say, hi, how come you got rid of this guy? And then the other guy says, okay, here's my reason. You say, okay, I just wanted to keep a reference, and respect each other's integrity and decisions. I think you'll get along a lot better.
Yeah, and Vito, I did a little bit of experimentation where I was actually Friday morning, late Thursday night, Friday morning, I was really looking for people that were, whether insulting me or going across the line of the rules. Aaron actually has rules set in place. I don't know if they're, taken seriously or not, but I started banning and deleting some people. And of course, it was an experiment, but I didn't just do it on a whim. I made sure, that was a personal attack or that was inappropriate. And I just wanted to also see what chain reaction that would have. And lo and behold, the mods that were already in place, they started getting angry. They looked at the admin log. They had to say, hey, look what David Southworth has been doing. And then after the fact, I went cold turkey after Aaron and I talked off camera, and I didn't do any changes, Friday afternoon and on. And then I was seeing these guys now doing the same thing I did, and then times 10. And so again, I don't want to know that it just takes something like that, like a little, corporate check to set somebody off. We should all be professional. And if we have a problem with one another, let's private message each other first instead of making it a big deal on the page. Now, it was great entertainment for me. Again, a lot of people thought that I was triggered. I got into what I was doing, Vito. You could say I was trolling as a mod. But again, I want to prove a point because we can all coexist. We can have great wrestling content. I can put links up to our videos. I can put Haku and Andre the Giant with Bobby the Brain Heenan, the Colossal Connection, and say, hey, this was a great tag team. What's your thoughts? People can start talking about that. But then Vito, someone can say, hey, Vito wore a dress, and we can talk about that. Or Virtue, your videos suck. Here's my suggestions how you can get better. We don't mind it, right? We don't mind criticism.
I don't mind. Go ahead and do it. Hey guys, how about if we make a new contest, okay? And this is a contest they did on our own show, me and my wife, and we had a Big Vito and Noel look-alike contest. Let's see the best pictures and who could do it. And we picked two people. It was a couple from Boston, and they did a great job. We actually did a hangouts with them. We put it on our YouTube. So let's start a contest. Let's see if the trolls can really troll, and let's really go. Contest for this month. It's still early. Let's give it to the end of the month. Let's see who could do their best Big Vito impersonation. The winner gets a one-on-one hangouts with me on my show on Thursday night. Now I'm putting myself out there. I'm going to let you come on the show. I'm going to let you, you're going to be with my wife. We'll co-host and we'll ask you, we'll interact with you. We'll do some stuff. So there it is, guys. That's your incentive. I want to see the best impersonation of me. You could put on a dress. You could be Italian. You could be Uncle Chester. You could be Sledgehammer Rock. You could be Skullbound Crush. You could do a German bit. As long as it's funny and I find it entertaining. And then the group, as a group, the No DQ panel review, we will pick a winner, and then we will do this. I think that's good. We'll put all the jokes on me for the rest of the month.
Vito, that's a fantastic idea. And I think we really did get our message across. Look, I'm not here on NoDQ forums page to take over. Did I come across that way? Yes, by design, because how else am I going to get trolls' attention? You really have to put yourself out there that you're better than them, or they're just going to ignore you. And the fact is, now you know who Virtue is. Everybody knows who Vito Grasso is. And here's the thing. We don't have many wrestlers on there. I think we've seen Sean Stasiak on there, Vito. He's commented a couple times, but then he'll disappear for a while. So again, people, you should be very privileged that Vito takes time out of his life, that he has so many things he's worried and concerned about, but he gives time back to you guys because you're wrestling fans. So Vito, bring it home before we get the More You Know logo scrolling across the screen. I'll let you take this one home, man.
All right, I'm going to tell you guys something on the Sean Stasiak thing. That thing was, I didn't know Sean was in the group. And then when he got on there and I saw his comment and I took it off base, so I answered him back and then it went back and forth. And then, we don't talk all the time. And he texts me, he says, Vito, he says, are you good, man? I was just interacting. I was playing. I didn't know it was serious. And I said, no, man, I didn't know where you were coming from because I'd never seen him before. And I thought he took it seriously. And and then we laughed about it and that was it. So sometimes when you joke and you play and you're doing it with your buddy, you can take something serious. And you know what? In this group, You're not supposed to take anything serious. So with that said, guys, we are going to have an impersonate Big Vito contest from now till the end of the month. The winner, which will be chosen by the Virtues No DQ panel review, will get a personal hangout on Thursday night with me and my wife Noelle on a special Big Vito Q&A, and you can bring it. I want to see creativity. I want to see something good. I want to see you impersonate me. I want to see you look like me. I want to see you do everything possible to make it interesting, creative, and have some fun. And that's what this group is about. So I'm putting myself out there. Anybody who does something disrespectful or does something stupid or does anything, you're only hurting yourself. And remember, you represent the group. So if you're going to do this, do it with class, do it with style. Be better than the other 40,000 people who want to do this or maybe don't have the guts to do it. How about you being you and bringing what you know about wrestling to the table? We're giving you your shot. You're the creative control. Let's see you do it. Win a contest, guys.
And that pretty much covers it. So from NoDQ.com with Big Vito Grasso, I am Virtue. Thanks for listening.